Okay, as you can see in the sample template that I've included in your course materials, there is a section here where there is a responsive video and a responsive map as well as a responsive table. As far as the table is concerned, that will be covered in a separate lecture. So in this video, in this lecture, I want to talk about how to add a responsive video or a responsive map to your website. Okay, so let's get started and let's move on. Let's open Coda. Let's open the course materials. All right, and let's start with blank as usual, and I will save this as well, I'll save it as video. Okay, and let's open the snippets. I'm going to copy the basic grid structure because I really need the grid structure to show you how a responsive video would behave. I'm going to split the screen and I'm going to make the fonts bigger. Oops, not here, right here. Okay, I'm going to swap this for the actual grid. Okay, and let's create column MD3, and I am going to give this column a background color. You don't have to do this, but I just want to show you how a responsive video would work. Background color. Okay, let's pick aqua. Great. Now let's go to YouTube, or it also works with Vimeo. Alright, so this is my YouTube account, and you're probably wondering why YouTube is suggesting that I watch all these cartoons. Well, the answer is quite obvious, because my daughter has just watched all of this, I think, in a day using my iPad. So that's what I get in my YouTube account, just cartoons, and some stuff from Oprah Winfrey, which is my wife. So now this is the stuff that I like. Okay, let's take a guitar lesson from YouTube. Okay, great. Let's make that smaller. Okay, so now to share a video, to embed a video, you just click on share and then click on embed. Okay, so by default YouTube would probably suggest a different size here. Okay, click on show more, and YouTube would probably be suggesting 640 by 360, and that's fine. You can just copy the entire code, Command A, copy that, and let's get back to Coda. Okay, and here I'm going to paste the video code. Alright, and you can see here, alright, let me put column MD6. That's too small. 8. Alright, so you can see the size of the column over here, and you can see the video. Now, what happens when someone views your video in a mobile device? And this is the beautiful thing about Coda, is that you can preview how it look like in a mobile device. Alright, what you do is click on this little icon at the bottom here, and under user agent, select either iPad or iPhone. Okay, so I'm going to select Safari iOS 7 iPhone, and that gives me a preview of, well, it doesn't really look like an iPhone, it looks more like an iPad, but whatever. You can see what I'm trying to say here. The video actually spills out of the screen, and therefore in an actual iPhone or iPad or mobile device, it would not scroll very smoothly, and in fact you'll be able to scroll from side to side because the video pushes the rest of the page content out of the area that you want it to be within. Yeah, just in case that wasn't really obvious. All right, so now how do we make this into a responsive video? All right, so in Bootstrap you got to use div class embed responsive. All right, so you can see some of the options here. You got to click on embed responsive, and right after the iframe we're going to close that class. And now in the iframe you need to add another class here, embed responsive item. This is the one. Okay, and if this is a 16:9 video or widescreen format, you also need to add embed responsive 16:9. If it's a more traditional or older format video that is not wide, then you can choose embed responsive 4:3. All right, and now that works. So you can see now the column 8 column, when it's collapsed to mobile, is just a single column, but you can see the column stretches from end to end of this iPad or iPhone screen, but the video itself will automatically adjust according to the size. If just to make sure of that, let's go back and let's choose iPod Touch or something smaller. Okay, or let's choose iPad, and this is a bigger screen. All right, so you can see the video itself will automatically resize. Now let's go back to the default browser, and here you have your responsive video. So if I were to change this column to column MD4, the video will automatically resize, and you can see since I've highlighted the column using a very obvious bright aqua color, so you can see actually where the column starts and the column ends, and it's perfect right in the middle. All right, so now how do you add a responsive map? It works exactly the same way as I showed you here. All right, so instead of trying to do this again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to collapse this tag here, full current block. All right, and I'm going to copy this entire thing, or actually I'm going to copy the entire div. I'm going to duplicate that. Okay, I'm going to change this to 6. I'm going to change this to 6. Alright, so the basic structure here is the same. The class is the same for a map, embed responsive 16:9, and you have to add the class embed responsive item inside the iframe. Now the only question is, how do you actually put the Google map into it? Alright, so let's select any location. So this is where I am now, just in case you're a stalker and you want to come and see me somewhere. Alright, so select, let's put my office address. Okay, so this is my office address here, right here, and I want to embed this map here. So alright, you go all the way to the bottom of Google Maps. There's a small icon here with the icon of a cog or gear. Click on that and click on share or embed map. Alright, now Google will ask you for some size over here. Where does it specify the size? Right, 600 by 450, and that is the medium size. That will do for now. I will copy that, and I will go back to Coda, and I will swap the video with the Google map. Bam, the Google map is right there. But remember to add the class embed responsive item. Alright. Alright, so there you go. A responsive embed for YouTube video, Vimeo video, and also Google Map. Now let's check this out again in a smaller screen like an iPhone. And both these items will collapse automatically beautifully like this, simply because you have added the right CSS classes which is already in Bootstrap to make sure that your videos will look good no matter what the screen size is.